For many years, I've been collaborating with mathematicians and inviting them to have conversations with me about their process and about their creative practice. I'm a visual artist, so I'm intrigued by the forms that are logical, that tend to distill the essence of something abstract into a form, to algorithmic processes that work with the logic of iteration and create multiples with constantly taking apart and putting things together. The collection of artworks in this exhibition presents the viewer with a diverse array of creative practices, from traditional mediums like sculpture, drawing, and painting, to digitally created 2- and 3-dimensional structures, games, puzzles, poetry, and dance. And Hirondelle's drawings of folded tracing paper echo her renowned ceramic sculptures of repeating deconstructed geometric forms. Thrown on the potter's wheel and altered with precision, these forms are playful and unruly and completely logical. Michael Knutson's paintings build depth by layering simple geometries. Knutson starts out his drawing by creating spirals, to which he's very drawn to because of their asymmetry and their gestural quality, and uses these spirals as an armature on which he builds a triangular lattice, which then he later fills with oval shapes. Scott Trimble's delicate wood maquettes are created for his large-scale and site-specific public sculptures. They are informed by the same passion for geometry and an obsession for repetition in both technique and process. The late Robert A. Wiggs, from whom we are lucky to have both a blueprint drawing and several delicate wire sculptures, had a lifelong obsession with patterns. Never formally trained in math, Wiggs studied natural forms and the organizations of them, and systematized his findings into the geometric system that rivals the work of academics. Jayadev Athreya's cyanotypes represent face portraits of the motion of sticky particles. Made by exposing photosensitive paper to the sunlight, the motion is represented by the shadow of objects placed on the paper. Joint work between exhibiting artist Henry Sagerman and Sol Schleimer, entitled Cohomology Fractal, makes an appearance in the exhibition twice. In Sagerman's video, the cohomology fractals create an infinite universe that has many possible shapes. Each are different transformations of a ray emanating from some origin point in a 3-manifold. David Bachman's laser-edged light sculpture captures the beauty of this universe and holds it tightly. Malcolm Tibbetts is an expert wood-turner in Lake Tahoe, California, who's known for his special technique of segmenting a topological or geometric form into tiny blocks and gluing these blocks together to create these infinite shapes that wind around. Frank Farris's Angel Clouds from a Lone Tree balances the rigidity of symmetry with the organic flow of nature, using wave functions to produce a wallpaper pattern from a photograph taken in the Sierra Nevada. This pattern has several types of symmetries. Juliana Kang Robinson's Staircase Tiled Ascension shows an interlocking pattern of bones, skulls, full skeletons, placing these into an irregular and mesmerizing tiling. Stuart Denman, with Paulette Denman and Christopher Larson, created a game that takes us into a journey of a microscopic aquatic world. Tiny Bubbles is an app. This logic game of color mixing and matching is built upon a molecular dynamics engine, crystalline structure of metal. What I most love about the show is how artists create a system of personal symbolism and metaphors from both complex math but extremely basic math, such as calculus, that most of us probably didn't much enjoy in school. The 28 Problems is a dance piece by choreographer Dayna Hanson, which was inspired by a discarded sheet of handwritten calculus problems. To create the piece, Hanson choreographed around 40 movement motifs, which she calls glyphs, each corresponding to a mathematical symbol on the problem set. Similarly, in the poet Mackenzie Thomas' disintegrating calculus problem, math flowers on the tender back of the knee, locating mathematics in the sensory body. Bronna Butler's Primes in the Garden shows a delightfully funny scene of chipmunks sorting acorns into collections of prime and composite numbers. The garden critters are clutching clay tablets, paying tribute to the Babylonian cuneiform numerals, credited as the first known positional numeral system. Butler has also been collaborating with Jessica Sklar on illustrations based on cryptography. Two of their pieces, color-coded and equilateral enigma, are in the exhibition. For these pieces, the artists have created a simple substitution cipher, that is, a secret code in which distinct symbols represent distinct letters of the alphabet. Henry Sagerman's variant of the classic 15 puzzle differs from the usual 4x4 frame arrangement by having additional 2x2 squares, which are hinged around a central vertex. Julia Poe presents the internal workings of a common random number generator, MT19937, which is on a macro level shows high organization, but at a micro level behaves rather chaotically. Ilana Zwashi's paintings use text as their starting place, which are then inputted as raw data into her algorithms. The output is a set of commands that drive the directions of each brushstroke of the paint, determining both the color and the frequency of a specific paint. Repetition is also central to Seth Sexton's process. Sexton's drawings are meditation. They are highly ritualistic and disciplined practice of putting tiny circles of color on the paper day after day. The images are drawn from spiritualism, Kabbalism, and the artist's dance and yoga practice. The visitors will find that the artist in For the Love of Math share a special kind of visual sensibility, a passion for methodology, and a universal human capacity for mathematical thinking. Their toolkits may be completely different, but each of the exhibiting artists' work is not only an exciting and immersive piece, but it professes the artist's passion for a healthy sort of exercising the gray matter in the brain. Each artist is giving an elegant and surprising form to an abstract idea. Whether they are mathematicians whose cutting-edge research is aided by such visualization, or math educators bringing complex mathematical concepts closer to all of us with playfulness and charm, or art professionals inspired by the rhythm of abstraction, these 19 exhibiting artists demonstrate how creativity of mathematical art connects all of us together.